Previously on Scotty Survivor Lost in Time. After losing his closest ally in Ethan, Xavier went into overdrive, winning the Touchy Subjects Individual Immunity Challenge. After learning that there would be a date night double trouble twist, the contestants had 4 minutes to talk to each other one by one before going straight to the vote. Henry and Xavier were the key swing votes in a split between Nadia and Vivian, and Nadia tried to use her extra vote to secure her safety, but Abby stole back the vote. In the end, Xavier split from the plan and avenged Anna, sending Vivian home as the 4th member of the jury. 7 are left, who will be voted out tonight.
Well, this sucks. Great.
I got blindsided again. Me and Abby and Vivian, we all got blindsided.
Vivian has just been voted out. Good times.
One by one, my closest alliance members, my, overt alliance members are getting picked off. Runjin, Ricky, a little interlude, get Ethan out of there. And then Vivian. It's wild. It's crazy, honestly. I was not expecting it at all.
Vivian was eliminated, and good. She was an interesting player who said a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and I do think she played the game really well and would have done really well if she had made it any further, but she didn't.
Instant tribal, and so I first talked to Haley and she was like, I don't know, what are you thinking? And I was like, let's just do Nadia, whatever, because I knew they'd go Nadia, and so from that point on, everybody kind of on that side of things, like Abby, Vivian, Haley, we're all thinking Nadia. And I thought Xavier was given a go with them, and so I thought Nadia was going home.
And was like, they all think I'm gonna vote Nadia. And he's like, but like, we should all vote Vivian. And I was like, okay.
We go straight into voting, and our plan, well, me, Valen, Henry, and Nikhil, our plan was to vote for Vivian and use extra vote to make it 5 versus 4.
I told Nadia that she has to play her advantage tonight because she's catching like a lot of votes, and she was like, oh, okay.
I was waiting for Vivian to somehow have an idol or something, and I just would have been more F, but she didn't, so I was like, okay, I can use my extra vote, this is good. I think we're gonna win. I used my extra vote. Oh my god, and then Abby, out of nowhere. Of course she has something. Just pulls it out of her ass and has a vote steal.
Used my vote steal. I mean, I had to. That was actually so funny. I looked over at Vivian so not subtly, and she nodded so not subtly.
Fucking Abby just whips out a piece of paper from her pocket, and I'm like, I need someone needs to search her pockets before she comes into a tribal, because I swear to God.
At that point, I'm like, well, fuck. I'm done for, because I'm pretty sure Xavier wanted me out and voted with them. So it would have been 5-4 against me.
She just looks at me, she's like, that day I'm going home. And I was so sad, and I was like, oh my god, I know I've talked about Nadia, and I was like, I know that she's a threat and stuff like that, but she's a really good friend of mine and a good ally, and I didn't want to see her go right now. I really wanted Abby and Vivian to go home at that point.
So basically, when they were reading all the votes, I was just ready to go home. Right before the final name was drawn, I literally stood up from my chair and just accepting defeat at that point.
I realize Xavier, or Valen tells me Xavier's open to flipping on Vivian. And so I'm like, wait, maybe I shouldn't have told Nadia to play her advantage, but too late.
Literally stood up. She was so prepared. And then it was Vivian. And I was like, what?
To my surprise, it was Vivian's name instead of mine. And I couldn't even process what just happened at that point. I just slowly went back down to my chair, and I just oh my god, how am I still in this game?
This is very much the end of an era. I'm only in this game because of Vivian. I didn't really want to outlast her. I really didn't want to outlast her. Because I just feel bad about it.
The fact that I didn't vote her out is absolutely incredible for me. The fact that I didn't have to do any of that, I did not partake in any of that dirty work, like, that's absolutely fantastic for me, because I can use that if I make it to Final 3 to get Vivian's vote.
Even if just one of Henry and Xavier had flipped, then it would have worked. But if they both voted Vivian, so that happened.
He was like, I don't know, I don't really want to get heat for flipping on Vivian, but she is a big threat. And I was like, why don't we just split the vote and just count on Nadia's advantage being played, because it was, I told her to play it, it was already probably going to be played.
I just was a little too threatened by her, and she, for my game personally, that I think was the best move. Like, she, as much as she actually did want to work with me that vote, she had never wanted to work with me before that. Like, from the very first vote, she blindsided me.
Xavier last second changed his mind. Anywho. So yeah, I was absolutely shocked. I think Abby was absolutely shocked. Vivian was shocked.
What's weird is that Xavier and Henry's stories don't really match up.
Even though Henry voted with them to get Ethan out, that didn't automatically guarantee that Henry was going to vote with them every single time. That was, I think, their downfall.
I wouldn't have been happy voting Nadia, but I was totally down to do it because I totally thought that's how it was going. Then Xavier was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this one. So we decided to split. We were going to do 4-4 because we were counting on Nadia's play. And then your play should have won that. But then I don't think Xavier split it 4-4.
Xavier goes, I mean, it was Vivian. And I was like, what?
Yeah, how would your shield will have voted if there was not an extra vote? That's my was the best one.
As long as I have a decent relationship with everyone on the 5, which is what I solidified with going Vivian here instead of going Nadia, then I think I'm okay because they can't flip anyone.
The more we kind of like keep lying to each other, like, you know, I lied to him with the Ethan vote, and he blindsided us with the Vivian vote. Like, I don't know, the more I kind of think, like, this is never gonna work. Like, we're never gonna vote together.
I realized, like, because I didn't know Abby had a steal vote, so I realized that no matter what I did, Vivian was going out, and I didn't want to piss off a bunch of people.
Now that Vivian's out, I know I'm gonna have to patch things up with Haley and Abby, definitely.
But in hindsight with the steal vote, I think I made a bad move.
Haley didn't seem as upset. Obviously, she wasn't as upset as when Ricky got out, because she was definitely sus of Vivian. She was just planning on riding it out with them.
I get it. I mean, it makes sense, and you know, you're trying to maintain like relationships with people, and like that makes sense. It does. I'm more like just thinking about like myself right now.
I know that he would never vote me out, and I know that he would sway people away from voting me out.
Like, I definitely want to work with you two, and I know I've voted so many people off, and like, it is kind of shitty, but I think that you guys are my best course of action now. The only reason I didn't go with you 3 this time is because of Vivian.
Abby that was rough.
I'm sorry.
But we've done the same.
We've done this so many times.
I want to work with Abby and Haley, and this could be tough. They might end up being pissed at me for the Vivian vote and talk to other people and blindside me.
I promise it was just about Vivian. Like, it was not about you or that. I just cannot trust Vivian just because of how many times like we've gone against each other.
I don't know when they're gonna finally decide it's time for me to go. I think At this point, I can convince Xavier he needs me in the game because I'm the biggest threat before him.
Interesting. Interesting. I mean, once you get rid of me.
No, that's not my plan.
What is she gonna
That's
do?
not my plan. And I am realizing this now. I didn't fully think this through.
So now I only have Haley. I can convince her to like stick with me and Xavier and Henry. But I don't think Xavier and Henry are so solid of a group.
I'm not hating my position right now. Winning immunity was incredibly good for me because obviously I survived to Final 7, but also like I think the game is very different now. With Vivian in, she was always gonna be saying my name, and there was that. I don't know. I just feel like it's different. Plus, I proved myself to the 5.
People still think I'm a threat, and people want to vote me. And later on, I find out from Henry that Xavier and Ethan were the ones that voted me last week, and that Henry was the one who flipped and voted Ethan. So I was completely shook because that did not cross my mind ever.
Nadia told me to text her when I was gonna get on the meeting, and so I did. I texted her and I joined, and then as I was waiting, I got a text from her that said, should I straight up tell Xavier, wait, she said, so should I straight up ask Xavier, like, if he voted for me?
Okay, but
Who's
yeah,
that supposed to be too?
I heard that you voted me, and I was a little shocked.
This past vote?
No, the dark round vote.
Dark round? Yes, I did vote you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And she sent that to me. She clearly was trying to send that to Henry or Valen. I don't know who, but like, that was hilarious. I was like, I got into the meeting, and I know I could have kept that to myself, but I just wanted to get it out on the table. Like, I wanted to have that power over her from the beginning.
Why? I know you're friends.
I was caught up in one of Ethan's ideas. I was like, wait, this is a great idea.
And I was like, damn, I thought we were friends.
I know, I'm really
also,
sorry.
I wanted to ask you straight up, like, I don't know anymore.
But Henry told me to vote for you in the last round, just since we were gonna split the votes. Or like I don't know. In the end, a bunch of people were telling us to vote Nadia, and a bunch of people were telling us to vote Vivian.
Okay.
And I decided to vote Vivian and not you. So I just wanted to put that out there.
At this point, I definitely don't trust Xavier. Like, I want him out.
The last challenge was the superlatives.
I got most honest, which, I mean, I've been trying to be fairly honest when I should be, but I had a target on my back. People really did not trust me. I don't know why I got most honest.
Oh, you know what I was pissed about? I can swim. What, do I look like I can't swim? What does that even look like? I'm mad. I'm mad as hell about that, actually. I can swim. I can swim very well. Thank you very much. I have great lung capacity, even though I have asthma. I actually have, scratch that. I can swim, though. I have learned to swim.
I knew I was gonna get funniest, and I don't think I voted for myself, but if I had, I would have tied for first. Fuck me for being humble, honestly.
The challenge tomorrow, I'm not gonna win it, no matter what it is, so that's, I don't know, I'm proceeding assuming that I'm not gonna win immunity.
I know if I don't win this challenge, I'm gonna be in danger because everyone sees me as a threat now.
Come on in, guys! Bright and early on a Sunday morning. Welcome to the Saturday morning. It's an early morning. Welcome to your final 7 Immunity Challenge. Immunity is once again up for grabs. For reasons unspecified, we no longer have our immunity necklace. We will be continuing that vein until we get a new one. We saw a crazy last tribal. Clearly, this is immunity that everybody really needs at this point. So let's get straight to it. Today's challenge is called Niagara Falls, and here's how it works. You're gonna be holding up your hand, and it's gonna be tied to a pail of water. At any point, if your hand drops down, so will the bucket of water, spilling water all over you and eliminating you for the challenge. Last person standing will win immunity and a spot in the final 6. Let's draw for spots and let's get started. Survivors ready! And start! Everybody's hands are now up. Oh, that's unlucky. That's very unlucky.
All right.
You're looking very comfortable at the moment.
What's am I supposed to look?
Abby, cue us in.
How does a bastard?
How much water is in this?
Enough to get you wet, not enough to give you hypothermia.
That is like a huge range of water.
It is a pretty big range, but am I accurate? I think that's all that matters. Yeah.
Chartered and carted away up through the waves. He struggled and kept his gun.
Happy in the zone.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good, actually.
You're looking uncomfortable though.
No, I'm looking uncomfortable because you can't.
Okay, gotcha.
Wait, Nikhil, you can't get out. Is that how it looks?
Yo, what time is it? Showtime.
I'm not winning this. No, I am winning this. It's all mental. Oh, wait, that made it worse.
Oh, okay. Oh! First down of the challenge.
6 are left.
6 remain. The Keel with no shot at immunity.
Darcy, let me spell out my name. I am the A-L-E-X.
We are meant to be.
This has got to be legal, right? Extend. Go like
Oh! Xavier out of the challenge. Super wet. I feel it. You wet yourself on purpose.
No way. You're making a mistake. Hey, what are you waiting for? Stop. What? He won the war. What was it out for? Do you support this Constitution? Of course. Then defend it. If I drop right now, will you not vote for me? I won't vote for you. Are you sure? Maybe.
Nadia with the maybe.
You have the idol, Abby?
Abby, I won't vote for you.
I know, Haley, thank you. You have the idol? You have the idol, bro. Do you have the idol? I don't. Jesus fuck. I'm gonna pull this cup down on front of you.
No, you think I have the merge idol? I have the merge idol? Yeah, because I found idols.
So now we've reached the 30-minute mark, which means they're going to be stepping forward. We're going to be going from this position to 1 step forward to this position, making the rope slightly more taut. Everybody is now set, slightly more taut.
I'm sorry, Hamilton.
I'll be looking to feel a lot of discomfort now, but
I'm not
on the other side of the pillar, Henry's living life. It's kind of crazy. Nadia in some sort of zen state. We'll check back with you at the next break.
I will give everyone $50 if they drop right now.
Everyone?
It has not everyone. Everyone is in right now. But it has to be you're telling the truth. It has to be in the next 10 seconds. What? It has to be in the next 10 seconds. I'll give you $50.
Abby falls! Abby out of the challenge. She's giving herself $50. Wow. How are we feeling, Abby?
Horrible. So awful.
Henry, look at that.
Russ is trying to bargain with you guys for immunity. Now she was giving you money.
You promised not to vote for me. Yes, I got you. I'll go mess with him if you give me $50. I don't have to.
I've seen this.
You were doing that the whole time?
I was doing what he was doing.
The whole time?
They've all dropped the ball. Yeah. Find the reason. It couldn't be the boulder shoulder.
Yeah, stand loose. So, what's your favorite animal?
Mandrill. You know mandrill?
Ooh,
Big
mandrill.
baboons.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, mandrill. Like with the bright red nose and like the blue. So cool.
Wait, like Rafiki?
Yes, exactly.
From the thing.
From the
The
light.
lion. Yeah.
My favorite movie
Really?
as a child.
Monkeys are really cool. Yeah. Did you see my wrist just pop?
It has now been 1 hour. We'll need everybody to take one more step forward.
That's good,
Oh my god. Wow. Alright, I have a minute to adjust something. Like I can't do vertical.
Really hungry.
Definitely harder.
And this is thankless work. We're out here. We're grinding, but we don't even get immunity. What is this all for? I'll tell you what it's for. What? For us? Yeah. I think we're in this for joy. Not only for these people, we're providing them with community, but also you at home. Comment down below and find your community.
I can't control it.
Yeah.
What?
Haley is like judging the heck out of Henry right now.
My arm is so much heavier than you. Guaranteed.
Boulder shoulder.
Not that boulder shoulder though.
Oh! Henry drops out of the challenge! Oh! Henry out, not even realizing that there was movement.
What happened?
Sorry.
Hey, Nadia. If you drop, I won't vote for you. Alright, good time. How should I know you're the truth? I know. I mean, have I done anything to... I just know.
We're going to be taking one more step forward. Make sure to keep your arm up in the air as you do so. Ballard is now fully outstretched. Yes, trying to step forward. And Haley is out of the challenge, trying to readjust her cup. You're left with just Valen and Nadia.
Hi, Val. What's up?
After an insane last tribal council, their games are now on the line.
Oh!
True grit, 9 minutes remaining until the 2-hour mark.
Oh!
Another primal scream out of Nadia. We've reached the 2-hour mark, and we take one more step forward.
I promise everything will be okay. Trust me.
We've now reached the 2-hour and 30-minute mark, so we'll now have to ask you both to remove your support arm and keep both arms in the air. Nadia, walk me through how the lack of a support arm is now faring.
What? $40? $40? Yeah.
Nadia drops out of the challenge, meaning after 2 hours and 40 minutes, Valen wins her first individual immunity. After 2 hours and 40 minutes, Valen wins her first individual immunity.
Yay!
Guess who won a challenge? This gal. I won a challenge.
Another day. Another endurance challenge. Oh my god. It makes me so sad to think that I got second again.
I'm proud of myself. I can't believe I did that shit. And I'm glad I won.
I literally stood there holding my arm up for 2 hours and 40 minutes and still lost.
Abby was my challenge buddy, so she we got put next to each other. And she was singing Hamilton at the beginning. It was fun vibes. I mean, I don't know any Hamilton, so I couldn't sing along. So you'll see that I was kind of chilling there, standing there, not really reacting because I don't know any Hamilton.
Valen won, which was amazing, and I'm honestly so surprised that her and Nadia went for almost 3 hours, because I dropped out after an hour and a half. Absolutely insane. I'm so glad I did not try and beat them.
It was me and Nadia for a while. We went for a total of 2 hours and 40 minutes. About 2 hours and 40 minutes with our arm up.
If I end up going home tomorrow because I didn't win this stupid challenge, I will never forget myself.
This arm hurts so bad. The reason why I was demonstrating with my left arm because I still this arm hurts so badly. I have practice tomorrow morning. That's gonna suck.
Now in retrospect, I'm realizing that I shouldn't even have tried in the challenge, not because I didn't want immunity or because I didn't need immunity, but actually for the sole reason that both my right and my left arm are in excruciating pain. I could barely shower this morning.
My right arm is being a bitch right now, and I need to massage it again. Oh my freaking goodness, that challenge was so freaking difficult.
I'm gonna sound like a baby right now, but I'm gonna say it. They're in so much pain, and I know cello is my personality trait, but I have a lesson today and a recital in a week, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to play the cello.
I really hope that our tribal goes well, because I know that people are going for me.
It seems weirdly that I may be in a swing vote position, which is so funny. It may be that Nikhil and Xavier are gonna go for Henry, and probably Haley on that side as well, and then Henry, Nadia, and Valen are gonna go for Xavier.
I really want to get Abby out. Hopefully, what if I just got Abby out, dude? I really, really want to get Abby out. I would love to get Abby out. She's so annoying.
The only way I can get Valen to vote with me at this point is say look, dude, I'm almost positive you're gonna make it to the final 3. At least 2 of you, Haley and Nikhil, are gonna make it. If you don't do anything now, there's no way you're gonna win.
I haven't talked with anyone and I haven't heard any of those names, but if I were to guess on who people would be thinking, would probably be you 3.
And that's fine. If your goal is just to get to the final tribal council, fine. Keep doing what you're doing. Vote with the people you voted with, But if your goal is to actually win, which it should be at this point, you have to start doing something.
So you wouldn't want to vote either Xavier or Henry?
I wouldn't be happy about it, but obviously I'm gonna do that if the alternative is me. Right? So if you guys came to me and you're we're definitely gonna vote for Xavier, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to consider it.
I really hope that Nikhil's on our side. I really want Xavier out.
So I would think you guys would go for Xavier, right? Or me. Those are the 2.
I mean, I was hoping that Xavier was still on our side.
Oh, okay.
Who do you want in the final 4? I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell him who he wants in the final 4. He would want 2 people who have done basically nothing in the game. Stayed on the same side, maybe won a couple challenges, but that's it. But stayed on the same side, hadn't really made any moves, so that's Valen, Haley, or Nikhil.
I do have a pitch for why I should be in the final 4, though. Do you want to hear it?
Okay, play it on me.
Here it is. I honestly think it makes a lot of sense. The people you want in the final 4 are 2 people you think you can beat, and 1 person who everyone's gonna want to vote out. So guess who I am.
You want 2 of those people. Only 2. And then you want yourself, obviously. And then you want someone who's a bigger threat than you. So they'll vote that person off and you make it to the final 3 and you win because they're 2 people who haven't really made any moves the whole game.
But like, what if you win that like final immunity though?
But I won't. Like, you know I won't.
No, yeah. Never know.
Look, okay, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not gonna try if I get to the final 4 to win that, but like, I think that's a low risk.
I told Val and Henry that we should get him out, and I think we could potentially blindside him. Basically telling him that we're gonna vote Abby, but in actuality, me, Val and Henry, and Nikhil are gonna vote for Xavier.
I'd obviously rather vote out Abby, but yes, I would be okay with. Yeah, I think I'd be okay with Haley. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Abby's out this round, and then I'm probably out next round.
I mean, if it's not me, then you guys are turning on each other, and I'm not really sure what's happening there.
The conclusion was to vote for Xavier, and like, I knew I had to be like, this had to happen at some, like, that this was going to happen. And basically, I don't know, I like all day been feeling just like shit that I'm gonna have to write Xavier's name down.
If I'm ever gonna get him out, this is the time to do so. And I'm never gonna win with him in the final. I'm not saying I'm going, like, I don't know who I'd win with, but I'm definitely not gonna win with him in the final.
Zaman final 3 is looking like an actual possibility, which is fucking insane. I mean, I've been trying to downplay Zaman this whole time, but like, nah, whatever, it's like so old. But I mean, we're all 3 still here.
I've also been kind of thinking about that too, because Henry's definitely a strong competitor. If Henry makes it to the final tribal, I don't know if... I feel like I'm definitely more qualified than him, but I think he'll get some votes. But if I do go with Val and Nikhil, I feel like I can take most of the votes.
Abby might be the key if she's not a snake, but I need to talk to Val. I think I could win. I think I could win if it were Zaman final 3. I think we're...
Sure, I can lean on Xavier as a crutch, but like, do I want to play the rest of the game just like being on a crutch of someone and then them taking me to the final 3 just for me to get like 0 votes? Like, what's the point of that?
He has all the power right now, being like the one in the middle, but...
It's just, I think, funny that Nikhil has a lot of power right now.
Yeah, honestly.
It seems like Nikhil is like down to vote. Like, it seems like, you know, Nikhil would be down to vote for Xavier, and I just feel like a shitty human. Like voting him out would be like, he would not be expecting it, and he's this cute little freshman that, I don't know, like, break my heart to see him go. People have just been, I mean, you probably know, just associating you as like Xavier's like extra vote and like his little,
Yeah,
like,
I
just
know.
whatever he says.
Everyone's been calling me Xavier's extra vote, and I guess I gotta get rid of that, you know, that fucking tagline. Give the people what they want, bro. They called me Xavier's extra vote, so I'll become Xavier's dying vote.
Xavier's a threat and would probably cut off Nikhil no matter, like...
I know, I literally told him too, like, I mean, like, if he's... Like, his plan was like, okay, final 4 is gonna be me, Haley, Xavier, and Nikhil. And I was like, okay, Nikhil, just think about it though. What if Xavier wins that final immunity? Then he's basically gonna win the game.
Poor Xavier, he's such a nice kid, but like, he's gonna win the game easily if he doesn't get put in check. It's like the whole season with Tocantins, when like JT everyone loved, and like no one ever thought of eliminating him. So like he just won. Like, I don't get why he was never put as a target. He was so fucking powerful. Same thing with this. He's like, Xavier like was like destined to win the game. So like, you need to shake that up a little bit. If there's one contribution I want to give, it's to fucking shake up the game.
And he was thinking long term for his game, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, now you're finally playing the game.
I just don't see why it would benefit him to like vote with them. I'm realizing now that like his relationship with Haley is just way too dangerous, and like his relationship with Abby, and like at the point where like I know it wasn't dangerous for me because it, like, they want to split up Zaman, but I knew those 3 wouldn't target me. They would target either Henry or Nadia. It just sucks that I need Henry and Nadia right now. I saw them all in Oakland because I went to Oakland to get lunch with a friend, and I like saw Xavier, Abby, Haley. I was in Oakland getting lunch with a friend, and I like saw them like walk by. I don't think they saw me. Maybe they did, but I like knew that was a thing, and then I texted they were gonna go ice skating that night, and I was like, bro, like we all have tribal the next morning. Like I just got these vibes that they were just like so comfortable.
My like 5-year plan is to go to Final 3 with Xavier and Valen, and if Henry is out now, Valen is gonna have less of a hard time like detaching herself from Nadia, and so she could come with us, and then we could vote out Nadia, and then Nikhil, and then Abby.
Nikhil came up to both of us last night.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey guys, Xavier, I don't hate you anymore, because apparently he hated me.
Basically, I'm in a alliance with both Xavier, Haley, and Abby, and I'm with fucking Valen, Henry, and Nadia.
We have a Nikhil's plan now.
Yeah, Nikhil's plan.
Unheard of. Sorry, Nikhil.
Yeah, well, he needed a wake-up call. No,
Yes.
just kidding.
Have you talked to Nikhil yet?
To Nikhil?
Yeah.
Not since our 4 minutes.
Because, I know that was such a weird question. But Nikhil actually has a plan.
Okay.
So apparently Nikhil has all the power in the game now.
He's just big man. He's the new Godfather.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, playing everything from behind the scenes.
Did you guys see that coming? I didn't see it coming.
So, kids,
Did
you
our
see
viewers
it coming?
see it coming? Because that's not something I
That's
was
crazy.
expecting at all.
Scotty Survivor is sponsored by viewers like you.
Thank you for tuning in each week. Nikhil is telling us that he wants to align with us, and like he told us that he wants to break up Zaman 3, but he would rather not it be Nadia. So I was like, okay, Henry is gonna be a perfect choice for us. He wants to work with me, you, Abby, do a 4
To
against
get out
the Zaman
one of
3.
the Zaman.
Right, exactly, because it's scary that they're all 3 of them are in, and
Yeah.
they seem to really have each other's
They really
backs.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they all voted all over again. I'm in the middle of it. This wasn't as nearly as difficult with that. But
My only concern is Nikhil right now because he was the one who was scared of the Zaman 3, and I think I just need to lie and tell him that, you know, Valen and I want him as our final third, and like, yeah, we'll flip on Henry at the end. If you go with us, like, we'll keep having the majority. Like, if you choose to stay with us, like, in the next round, and then we can.
No, my fear is that like, I feel like you'd prefer the Zaman 3 to go to the end, and that's what I'm kind of getting.
But like, it's not like set or anything.
if I think about it though, like let's say I get out Xavier, right? And then the Zaman 3 is still intact, and then we get out Abby, and then me and Nadia approach Haley together, and we're like, okay, like we're not interested in the Zaman 3. What would you consider taking out Henry because he's a threat? Then it's us 4.
Fuck you, Nikhil. Fuck you. You really screwed up my game. Said he was on the fence, but like, that's obviously he's just saying that to placate. Like, I told him to text me what he's doing before Tribal tomorrow, and hopefully, I don't know. I don't even know if I want him to go with us anymore.
Valen was like telling me that like Abby was saying shit like oh, I would definitely want him to go before I do and stuff like that. And obviously like it's like that's everyone, right? Like everyone wants people to go before they do. But like she said it with like prejudice, and like I get it. Like I haven't been playing much in the game and stuff, and like she's been trying so much, and but like that's just how I do things. And I don't know. I didn't appreciate that comment. So like for me, it's just like I don't know if I want to align myself with those type of people. And I'm not saying I've made my decision, but like I'm like after some of the things that like I was informed by, like I'm very in the middle right now. I just called him too, and like he seems so stressed after just me saying, not even me telling him that I'm considering him. It's just me telling him that I'm considering voting with the other group, not even the fact that I'm voting him.
I mean, what's your gut saying though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, and I feel like tomorrow when I wake up, it'll be a lot more clarity. But like, I don't know. This is so stressful. Like, he loves this game so much.
My extra vote, that's some bullshit.
Or I need you.
Yeah. I really don't know what to do, dude. The plan seemed pretty solid before until I talked to him, and then I saw his like upset face, and then yeah. I don't know what to do.
I talked to Abby after I talked to Nikhil, and I was like, Nikhil's not coming with us. And Abby was like, I think it's okay because I told Henry to vote Nadia.
But now the obstacle is that Abby doesn't want to vote out Henry. I don't want to vote out Henry, but like I didn't really want to, like, in the moment, I really didn't want to vote out Ethan.
Nadia's a lost cause. Nadia's always been a lost cause. I want Nadia out of the game. I don't know, like, I could probably beat Nadia at the end, so it doesn't really matter, but I don't think I think Nadia would vote me off.
She was fairly confident that Henry was going to vote Nadia, so I'm going to vote Nadia, Abby's going to vote Nadia, Haley's going to vote Nadia, and hopefully Henry's going to vote Nadia.
Henry, if you are gone, we're basically fucked.
I'm gonna be so sad.
We cannot let you be voted out. Like, we have to really just tell Nikhil anything that he wants to hear.
I want both Xavier and Henry around because I want to get rid of the people who are like goats to everybody else. Except for Haley. So I want to get rid of Nikhil, I want to get rid of Nadia. I would rather I would rather Nadia go than you.
Really? Why?
Because you actually want to talk to me. Like, I don't know. I just like have been trying to work with Nadia for the longest time and it just like hasn't panned out.
We might just end up voting Nadia with Henry. I talked to Henry last night and I said, would you vote for Nadia with us? And he was like, I will do whatever it takes to stay in the game.
That was the opportunity that I vote you with Haley and Xavier. I'm trying to help you out here. So,
are you certain Nikhil's going me?
He's just told, I don't know. Will you vote Nadia?
Yes! I don't want to go home, yes.
Okay.
If me, Val, and Henry and Nikhil can band together and vote Xavier out, we can definitely blindside him, and oh my gosh, that'd be so good because he's clearly been playing both sides.
I am down to get Nadia, seriously.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Yes, please, let's do it. I don't want you guys to be like, last minute, nah, he won't do it, switch Henry. Like, yes, I'm in, I am ready.
If they vote Abby, I'm fucked, probably.
If I go home, I'm blaming you the rest of my life.
That's fine. I don't think you're going home no matter how it shakes out, because it sounds like Nikhil's voting with you guys anyway.
Oh, God. Okay. I have no idea what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Fucking Tribal is fucking at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
We will now welcome in the members of our jury. Ethan and Vivian voted out at the last tribal council. Haley, let's start with the twists. The last time we actually spoke at tribal council was the dark round. Did you guys have any clarity about what happened during the dark round, and then how did that lead into the double trouble round?
I know what happened in the dark rounds pretty much, but I have a pretty good idea of what happened. I mean, I don't know if other people threw votes to other people. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. What was the second part of your question? How is it playing into now?
How did it play into last vote?
It made me really confused because I thought it was going to go a certain way because of the dark round, and it did not go that way at all. So I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence right now about who I really trust and who I don't know. Yeah.
Nadia, Haley said she knew what happened during the dark round. Do you have that same sort of clarity about what happened during that round?
A little bit, I guess. Like, I found out during like double trouble, but like.
What were you informed?
I thought it was gonna go the way that Haley thought it was gonna go. Like, I was ready. Like, I thought I wasn't confident last tribal, but I'm still here somehow. So, yeah.
Let's talk about double trouble. Abby, you were given 4 minutes to talk to each person after touchy subjects. Were a lot of things revealed during that round?
Nobody revealed anything to me. I mean, would have been nice if they had, I guess.
Fair enough. Valen, let's talk about the individual immunity challenge that you just won. For about an hour, Nadia was begging you to give the necklace to her. Why didn't you?
I really wanted to win something, so I just stood there and my mentality and willpower I just stood there like a rock.
Xavier, we've had talk of a 6-majority alliance, and now it's 7 people. There were 5 of the original 6 here. Is the 5 strong, or are the dynamics kind of all over the place?
I mean, I would say the 5 is fairly strong still, but everyone has been talking to everyone. Like, I've heard everyone say they've talked to another person in this group at some point. And, like, you're bound to have some leaks or some cracks, and that just makes me a little nervous.
Nikhil, would you agree with Xavier's assessment that there are cracks in the 5, or are people still kind of just going along, waiting until they're left, and then trying to figure out what to do for the end game?
I agree with his assessment.
Thank you for that incredibly enlightening answer. Henry, we're getting close to the end game here. We have 3 more tribals after this round. How are you deciding who's a good person to go up against in the end?
All I can think about right now is what's going to happen in the next 20 minutes, to be honest. I'm not really thinking very long term. I just want to make it to the challenge.
So you're in survival mode?
Yes.
Well, it is Survivor.
It's time to vote. Haley, you're up first.
Henry, please don't let us down, please. Our fate is in your hands.
This is happens when you lie to me and you vote for me.
There can only be one biggest snake in this game, and my god, it's gonna be me.
I'll go tally the votes. I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now is the time to do so. Once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Nadia. That's 1 vote, Nadia. Xavier. That's 1 vote, Nadia. 1 vote, Xavier. Xavier. That's 2 votes, Xavier. 1 vote, Nadia. 4 votes left. Nadia, we're tied again. That's 2 votes, Nadia. 2 votes, Xavier. 3 votes remaining. Xavier, that's 3 votes, Xavier, 2 votes, Nadia, 2 votes left. Nadia, that's 3 votes, Xavier, 3 votes, Nadia, 1 vote left. And the 12th person voted out of Scotty Survivor, Lost in Time, and the 5th member of our jury, Xavier. Xavier, that's 4. Tonight, that's enough. Please bring your torch. Xavier, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Another day, another blindside. With 3 more votes left, it's anybody's game. Next time on Scotty Survivor Lost in Time. In the penultimate episode of the season, everybody is fighting hard for one of the most crucial immunity challenge wins. Who will come out on top and make a spot in the finale? Tune in next week to find out.
Oh, goddamn. I mean, I knew it was a possibility that it was going out tonight, but I didn't I was hoping it wasn't true. I think some people made some big mistakes tonight, and I'm disappointed that I'm not going to be able to continue